What it do, flight crew? FTC. Flight team stand up! Hey man, we have 10 most dangerous insects alive today. Now comment down below if you guys are actually allergic to any type of insect. I won't have a severe, like crazy allergic where I have to be sent to the hospital, but I actually am. I have like a bad reaction to if I get stung by wasps or bees. So yes, I am allergic if you want to be technical about it. But anyway, if I get stung by like a wasp or bee, you know what I'm saying, I'll just like break out, you know what I'm saying, in the area I get stung, and it'll just be a rash. You know what I'm saying? And that's about it. Rather than like somebody that like if they get stung, it'll just be like a bump, you know. But some people have it bad. Like if they get stung, they like, you know, their throat closes up and shit. You know what I'm saying? No homo. You know what I'm saying? Grow up. You know, and other ish, bro. So like let me know what y'all little allergic things is. But we're going to see the 10 most dangerous insects, you know? And especially with y'all being on quarantine, man. You know, sometimes insects get lonely and they want to crawl in the crib. Make sure you always clean your crib.
200 million insects. With that in mind, insects heavily outweigh the human population.
And by the way, we got some educational ish I forgot to say. You know what I'm saying? Guys, I told you, like I said, bro, you know, I'm your substitute teacher. Y'all got school for the rest of the year. I'm the best teacher you'll ever meet because, you know, the rules that I apply, I don't believe in tests. I feel like tests don't prove anything, you know. Make sure you have your notes out though. And yeah, bathroom breaks are every other 5 minutes.
Those vast numbers, there's bound to be some insects that can cause a problem to us, either through their bites or stings. In today's video, we're going to take a look at some of the most dangerous insects in the world, as well as the insects that deliver the most painful bites and stings. So let's get cracking. Tarantula Hawk. Tarantula hawks are neither hawks nor tarantulas, but these 5-centimeter wasps do have a strong relationship with tarantulas. They hunt down the creepy crawly, then proceed to sting it. This paralyzes the tarantula. The hawk then drags the vulnerable spider into its burrow. It lays an egg on top of the spider. When the egg becomes a larva, it then consumes the still alive tarantula. It's pretty horrifying. Tarantula hawks are found all over the world, but around 250 various tarantula hawk species are found in South America. They tend to avoid humans and are often docile, but if it's cornered,
I want to visit South America one day. I want to go to Brazil,
yo. One of the most painful out of all the insects. It's rated highly.
Do you have to have a passport to go to South America? Is it part of the United States? Because we're in North America.
The sting stops you from doing
I'm not even being funny.
Besides scream. The pain will continue for around 4 minutes. Then
I don't know,
it
bro.
thankfully subsides, but it can be sore for a while afterwards. There's only one other species that Schmidt describes as more painful, but more on that later. If you spot a tarantula hawk in the wild, best to stay well away. Maricopa Harvester Ant.
Maricopa
Harvester Ants, or its Latin name,
bro, I hate ants, bro. Bro, I had the worst stories stepping in fucking ant piles when I was a kid, bro. I was always thankful that I accidentally never sat on no ant pile, though, because, like, some niggas sat on ant piles and them things fucking raided their damn crack and everything, bro.
An ant like, can be found regularly.
No homo, bro. First of all, that was absolutely no homo. Obviously, you know what I'm saying, because that's what happens in the cartoons. You know, they sit down and the ants raid them and they get all over there inside everything.
Particularly in the southern states, such as Arizona. They're also found within Central America. Like a lot of ants, they are fearlessly protective of their colony. If they find someone near their nest, they will attack. However, the Maricopa Harvester Ant is a lot more aggressive. On top of that, not only do they have a ferocious bite, but they also have a stinger. They bite down on the victim with their mandibles, then use the stinger when they're in a good position. A stinger that is believed to contain the most toxic insect venom in the world. It's a bit of a double threat. A single sting is said to be 20 times more potent than a honeybee. The venom also contains a pheromone that causes other ants in the area to attack. While Maricopa Harvester Ants aren't usually a threat to humans, in certain situations they could be, such as a human having an allergic reaction to the ant's sting. But mostly they just cause a lot of pain. However, the pain could last up to a week. Executioner Wasp. It might look like a wasp that's cosplaying in Wolverine's brown suit, but it's not something to be taken lightly. Schmidt's scale doesn't include the frighteningly named Executioner Wasp. We can only imagine the reason is because Schmidt hasn't experienced the sting. Also known as the Polistes carnifex, this species of paper wasp can be found in Central and South America. It's one of the largest paper wasp species in the area with a body of up to 3 centimeters in length. On the plus side, it has a very small nest.
I hate wasps, bro.
4 to 13 adults with 1 one queen to rule the hive. In 2018, Coyote Peterson from the YouTube channel Brave Wilderness decided to find out how bad the pain really is. As soon as the venom was injected into his arm, Peterson was writhing about the floor in agony. His arm muscles began to seize as the pain turned into a burning sensation.
Why did you
He described the sting as the worst.
You accepted to voluntarily get stung by a wild fucking insect. Are you fucking stupid, bro?
He's ever experienced. The area of his arm where he was stung is said to have left a scar. With a response like that, it's probably a good idea that Schmidt didn't try this out for himself. Killer bees. Africanized bees, or killer bees, first came into existence in 1956. Brazilian scientists imported African honeybees in an attempt to breed a more productive strain of bees in South America. However, the imported bees escaped.
Hey, but honeybee raw honeybee smacking on damn fried chicken though. I can use that right now. Fried chicken, honey, and some watermelon, some fruit punch high C, mixed with some lemonade. Man, I would hit. I need a woman to do that for me, man. Where y'all at, man?
Up to a quarter of a mile. When they believe their nest is in danger, killer bees react a lot more quickly and in more numbers than normal bees. On the plus side, the killer bees are smaller than most bees, though, and as a result, they don't contain as much venom individually.
Wow.
But their vast numbers soon make up for that. Stung humans can get dizziness, pain, headaches, rashes, and nausea from the venom.
Wow.
In more serious cases, it can lead to respiratory distress and renal issues.
Oh,
this species
man.
soon spread out from South America. The killer bee has now made appearances in North America, especially around the southern states. Mosquitoes.
Hate
These little
mosquitoes.
critters can be found
Mosquitoes
all over
are
the
dangerous
world.
too,
However,
bro.
they can be most commonly found
Carry all
in
types of
tropical
diseases.
regions. Mosquitoes don't possess a painful sting per se, but the sting can cause a lot of issues for people. Mosquitoes are considered one of the most dangerous insects on the planet.
Facts.
After all, they have been harbingers of disease. As they go from person to bite, they can also infect said person with a serious illness from someone before. Malaria, West Nile virus, Zika virus, and dengue fever are just a handful of serious diseases mosquitoes can spread. Hundreds of millions of people all over the world contract mosquito-borne disease every single year. But on the bright side, not every species of mosquito is a carrier of a nasty disease. Sometimes they're just a regular nuisance. The normal bite from a mosquito can leave the area inflamed and itchy. A pharmacy-purchased cream can help alleviate those annoying symptoms, but if you feel unwell after a nibble from a mosquito, go and seek medical advice.
A nibble.
Just to be on the safe side. Driver ant. The
Driver
ant's main claim to fame came in the form of Indiana Jones and the Crystal Skull.
Whoa! Get up off the ground! What are you doing on the ground?
What these beasts are actually capable of.
Oh!
Also known as doorless.
I never seen that shit.
Found in Central and East Africa.
Y'all probably did. I never know. I heard of Indiana Jones. I just never
biggest
seen that part. Man. I never even.
22
Damn.
million
Why was he on the
of
ground just taking the
in their
beating from the
nest.
ants,
That's
bro?
not
You was
concerning
stomping
enough.
him, bro.
The species are known to consume
You see some
anything
ants, bro, hit the
edible
heat
in
check
their
dance,
path.
bro. You
If an
gonna be good, bro.
unsuspecting insect or
Or
small
the half the
animal
team
enters
hit
their
dance, you
path,
be good.
well, soon they'll find themselves swarmed by the ants. Driver ants do have stingers, like most ants. However, it's their bites that are used more often. The bites will be so strong that some tribes in Africa will use driver ants to help suture wounds. They force the ants to bite down on either side of the wound and then pull the ant away, leaving only the head embedded. The driver ants are
Bro, why do
plan
humans
and
test it on
coordinate their
themselves,
attacks,
bro?
almost as though they're part of
Like,
some
imagine if you have a
hive mind.
family and you're
They see
testing a
small,
wild
large
insect to
ants,
sting just to
probably
see
best
some
run the
views
other
and
way.
see how they react. Like,
Aspen Caterpillar. An
Couldn't
aspen
be me, bro.
caterpillar resembles a sentient toupee, but appearances can be deceptive. In
What
this
the
case,
fuck is
very
that?
much so. Also known as Megalopyge opercularis.
A Megalopyge
the aspen caterpillar
what?
can be found in Central America and
What the
southern
hell is
states of
that?
the US, such as Florida.
It looks
and
like a
Virginia.
hamster.
Underneath their magnificent hair are many venomous spines. The spines will stick into a person's skin.
you know what? I've seen those before. Those are getting a little bit familiar because I think it's set from Florida too. I've seen those a couple times in older apartments and everything in the past. They're like basically one of those types of insects. Like they'll hide in, like, if you live in an area that they exist, they basically like will hide in like your ceiling, and like your closet. They like closet, you know what I'm saying, like cool, mild room temperature weather. They're like harmless. They don't really do anything. I don't know what he's gonna say. If they never bit me or anything. I've seen them and I definitely killed a couple of these before. You know what I'm saying. I just didn't have the, you know what I'm saying, the cameras on to show you what the insect looked like in person.
For the next 12 hours, that person is going to be in incredible pain.
Really?
The pain has been likened to the feeling of a broken bone. The pain can also feel like a burning sensation. In more severe cases, people have experienced chest pains, numbness, and had difficulty breathing. For one teenager in 2018, it could have been a lot worse. By accident, Ryan Parrish made contact with this fuzzy bug in Georgia. The Aspen Caterpillar only held onto his arm for mere moments, but 30 seconds later, Parrish reacted badly. He ended up going to the hospital after falling unconscious. Luckily, he managed to pull through and recover, but you can see the clear mark that the asp left on his arm. If you see that hairy blob in the wild, definitely don't go pet it. Bullet ants are now one of the most painful insect stings. The Schmidt Pain Index has the bullet ant at #1 with a rating of 4+. Also known as Parapanera clavata, this species of ant can be found in Central and South American rainforests. When a person is stung by a bullet ant, not only is it utterly painful, but it lasts for around 24 hours. On top of that, it's not unusual for people to experience swelling around the stung area, as well as in the lymph nodes in the neck. One tribe in Brazil uses these scary beasts as part of an initiation. When a boy in the group wants to get the status of a man, they're given a pair of handmade gloves. Woven inside the gloves are many bullet ants. The ants are sedated as the gloves are created, but once they're awake, the ritual begins. The boy then has to wear the ant-ridden gloves for 5 extremely painful minutes. He has a layer of charcoal on his hands to protect him. The boy then has to go through this again, 20 times altogether over the course of several months. Yeah, I think I'd rather stay a boy for life in that case. Asian giant hornet. Asian giant
I'll stay a boy. No bills being paid.
Rather big. On average, their body is almost 5 centimeters in length. Just take a look at this picture.
What the fuck is that, bro?
Nightmares. Even their stingers.
Oh my gosh!
6
Whoa!
millimeters in length. On top of that, the venom itself can damage tissue, even leading to severe swelling around the area. It's incredibly painful to be stung by this hornet. It's been described by teenagers as having a hot nail driven through the skin. Asian giant hornets are also the enemy of the honeybee. They've been shown to wipe out entire bee colonies in minutes. For perspective, the colonies can contain up to 8,000 bees. Due to their size, the hornets easily dominate their smaller counterparts. However, the bees have developed an interesting defense. They use their vast numbers and engulf the hornet, becoming a ball of bees. They then flap their wings and heat up the hornet inside the bee ball to around 46 degrees Celsius. The honeybees also increase the carbon dioxide.
46 degrees is cold weather, though. How is it hot?
Perishes from the lethal combination. Kissing bug. Finally, we have the cutely named kissing bug, also known as the Triatomine or vampire bug. These critters are found in warm climates, especially in Central America and the southern states of the U.S. They get their adorable nickname because of where they bite people. As they're attracted to carbon dioxide, the kissing bug will bite humans around the mouth as they sleep. They can be as large as 2.5 centimeters. Kissing bugs can be found in cracks around the house and outside. The bite itself isn't too dangerous. The bitten area can be itchy and swelling might happen. If people are allergic, the reaction can be much more severe though. But it's what some of the kissing bugs carry that's the main concern. Like mosquitoes, they often infect people with disease. In particular, the parasitic infection Chagas disease. It's estimated that 8 million people in Central and South America have contracted Chagas. The symptoms begin in a similar fashion to a mild flu. It can then lead to a chronic condition if it's not treated quickly. However, it is rare for the kissing bug to pass on this disease. Luckily, there are many factors that need to line up in order for the infection to work on humans. Meaning, it's probably not going to happen. But it could. And that's it. We feel a little itchy after making this video. Do you know any other insects that have...
Hey man, that's my capital as usual, man. Coming out with the last rats. Next on the road, the 2 milli.